Hello. Oh, hello. Are we ready? Everyone in the back, are we ready to start? We have a lot to cover today, so I'm just going to jump right into it, if you don't mind. So we'll start today with the land acknowledgement. Oh, you can close the YouTube window so that it doesn't echo. That is so funny. Do you see the browser window? Yeah, there's a YouTube window. You just close that one. Otherwise, it will be like this for the whole day. Oh, is it a prank? Uh, you need help? Okay, we're back on track. Let's start with a land acknowledgement. Growing up, my parents always told me to leave a place better than you found it. As we gather today for the last spiritual life gathering of the semester, I'd like to invite us to examine our relationship with Emmanuel College, Victoria University, and the land on which it operates. This land has been a site of human activity for thousands of years. It is the territory of the Huron-Wendat, the Seneca, and the Mississaugas of the Credit, and was the subject of the Dish with One Spoon, Wampum Belt Covenant, an agreement between the Haudenosaunee and Anishinaabe nations to peaceably share and care for the resources around the Great Lakes. Today, Toronto is still the home to many Indigenous people from across Turtle Island. It is our responsibility to continually strengthen our relationships among all living beings and with this land to make sure that we leave the place better for future generations than when we arrived here. For that would be the way that we leave a good goodbye. So today, is our last gathering, and for many people, it might be your last semester at this college. And we also, want to make sure that as Spiritual Life team, we leave this place for future generations of people who will come here, right? Can I have the welcome slide, please? So today we Spiritual Life team, we always in the spirit of trying new things, experimenting with things. So today we're trying to try something different. I might need to go back for the PowerPoint also, but today we're gonna try something different. You just need to switch to the PowerPoint tab so that you can control the slides. Okay, that yeah, this is a new thing we're trying. So we're trying to figure out also how the technology works. There will be a PowerPoint tab that controls the slide. Let me. Okay, we're back on track. So we're trying something new today, which is we're gonna figure out who will be the Spiritual Life team for the next year today. And we're gonna do a game show called Who Wants to Be Spiritual Life Team? Okay, so we are spiritual team is monitoring people in this room right now. So we try to figure out who should be the leaders for the next year, and we're gonna do a question. You know, we might have seen this game show before. There will be no multiple choice. We're just gonna shout out the answer as when you figure out. Okay. So the first question is, what day is today? Can I have the next slide, please? Okay, who knows the answer? You can just shout out the answer. April Fools! Yes! So that is April Fools, sorry. You can go to the next slide. Yeah, okay. So that is not what we're doing today, I'm sorry. That is just a prank. But wouldn't it be nice to know who will be leading our spiritual life team next year, right? In that sense, we are actually recruiting. Basically, it's a spiritual life team is a course that you can apply if you're a student. You can enroll in this course. We have people. I have wonderful experience leading spiritual life gathering this year, and I know for sure for many of us, we feel very privileged. We feel very honored to be here. So if you're interested, apply by April 24th. And then this is a QR code, the link to apply. If you have questions, come talk to us at the end. Come talk to Wing Yi, Professor Wing Yi, that's who's leading our course. On that note, I'd like to invite Mutarem to lead us to the real introduction for this today's gathering.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. My name is Muhterem. I am a member of the spiritual team, life team. The whole team is here with us today. And team, please stand up and give a wave. Thank you. Today we are honored to have our principal Hayren with us today and to share a few words. Today is a special gathering for all of us, a moment we are calling goodbye. It is not just about ending something, but about pausing, reflecting, and appreciating the journey we have shared together. Over the past months, each of us has grown in different ways through learning, challenging, friendship, and quiet moment in between. And now, as we move toward a new season, this gathering gives us a chance to slow down and say goodbye in a meaningful way. What makes today unique is that we will hear voice from different traditions, Buddhist, Christians, and Muslim, each offering wisdom about endings, transitions, and new beginnings. Even though these traditions are different, they all remind us of something very human. Change is part of life, and how we say goodbye matters. As we go through the program, I invite you to listen not just with your ears, but with your hearts. Think about your own journey, what you are grateful for, what you are letting go of, and what you are stepping into next. Let's take this time together to reflect, to connect, and to live with a sense of peace and hope. Thank you for being here.
We'll begin by exploring the Buddhist tradition. Before we go into the reading and farewell discourse, we have some music. It will be a chant. It's a callback to one of our gathering this year. Earlier this year, we have a gathering called We Inter Are. And in that gathering, we read the Heart Sutra translated by Thich Khan, who founded Plum Village tradition, and we're gonna listen to the chant, including the text that is part of it.
The Mahaparinibbana Sutta, the great discourse on the total unbinding, is the longest sutta in the Pali Canon of Theravada Buddhism. It serves as a detailed, dramatic, and mostly historical account of the final months, days, and passing of the Buddha, his parinibbana. In this passage, the Buddha made sure his followers perfected his teaching and urged them to continue on with diligence. And I read, "Then the Gracious One addressed Venerable Ananda, saying, 'It may be, Ananda, that some of you may think in this way. Past is the teacher's word. There is now no teacher for us. But it should not be seen like that, Ananda. Whatever teaching and discipline has been taught by me or laid down, Ananda, that is your teacher after my passing away.' Then the Gracious One addressed the monks, saying, 'It may be, monks, that for one of the monks there is doubt or confusion about the Buddha, or about the teaching, or about the community, or about the path, or about the practice. Ask, monks, do not be regretful later thinking. The teacher was face to face with us, and we didn't ask the Gracious One directly about the training.' After this was said, those monks were silent. Then the Gracious One addressed the monks, saying, 'It may be, monks, that out of respect for the teacher you do not ask. Then one friend, monks, can inform another friend about his doubts.' After this was said, those monks were silent. Then Venerable Ananda said this to the Gracious One, 'It is wonderful, Reverend Sir. It is marvelous, Reverend Sir. I am confident, Reverend Sir, that in this community of monks there is not one of the monks in this community of monks who has doubt or confusion about the Buddha, or about the teaching, or about the community, or about the path, or about the practice.' Then the Gracious One addressed the monks, saying, 'Come now, monks, for I tell you, all conditioned things are subject to decay. Strive on with heedfulness.' These were the last words of the realized one. The Buddha taught that all conditioned things are subject to decay. What changes are you anticipating to happen in this spring and summer time?
You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. You are here, touching every heart. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, healing every heart. I worship you, I worship you. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. You are here, turning lives around. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, mending every heart. I worship you, I worship you. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. You are here, touching every life. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, meeting every need. I worship you, I worship you. And you are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. Happy Easter, y'all.
The 13th chapter in the Gospel of John narrates the night before Jesus' death on the cross. Jesus met with his disciples in a room for the Last Supper, a Passover meal. After the meal, Jesus washed his disciples' feet and told them to follow his way. Now, before the festival of the Passover, Jesus knew that his hour had come to depart from this world and go to the Lord. Having loved his own who were in the world, he loved them to the end. The devil had already decided that Judas, son of Simon Iscariot, would betray Jesus. Jesus got up from supper, took off his outer robe, and tied a towel around himself. Then he poured water into a basin and began to wash the disciples' feet, to wipe them with the towel that was tied around him. After he had washed their feet, he put on his robe and had reclined again. He said to them, "Do you know what I have done to you? You call me teacher and Lord, and you're right, for that is what I am. So if I, your Lord and your teacher, have washed your feet, you also ought to wash one another's feet. For I've set you an example that you also should do as I have done to you. Very truly, I tell you, the enslaved are not greater than those who enslave, nor are messengers greater than the one who sent them. If you know these things, you are blessed if you do them." Jesus washed his disciples' feet as an example of how they should love and care for one another and be in community. What examples of this have you experienced this year that you will bring with you into the next season?
Okay, I will play one song with instrument, and the second one I will recite. second one is English. However, I've sinned, I've committed, I have repented, accepted, oh my Lord, with prayers on my tongue and tears in my eyes. I repented, accepted, oh my Lord. For the sake of Prophet Jesus in the sky, for the sake of Prophet Moses on Sinai, for the sake of Prophet Muhammad Mustafa, I repented, accept it, O my Lord. For the sake of Prophet Jesus in the sky, for the sake of Prophet Moses on Sinai, for the sake of Prophet Muhammad Mustafa, I repented, accept it, O my Lord. Whoever you have created on earth, I pray it for all of them, O my Lord, calling upon your names, guide and repenter. I repented, accepted, O my Lord, for the sake of Prophet Jesus in the sky, for the sake of Prophet Moses on Sinai, for the sake of Prophet Muhammad Mustafa, I repented, accept it, O my Lord. For the sake of Prophet Jesus in the sky, for the sake of Prophet Moses on Sinai, for the sake of Prophet Muhammad Mustafa, I repented, accept it, O my Lord. Thank you very much.
Hello, I am Ebu Bekir. I was one of the students of Spiritual Life team and proud to be here. I'm going to read Prophet Muhammad's last sermon. As you know, Muslims are migrating. Prophet Muhammad migrated from Mecca to Medina, and every year he was going to Hajj to Mecca again for pilgrimage. And on his last visit to Mecca, on Mount Ararat, he had a speech. Mount Ararat is where people gather during the Hajj. Everybody should gather at the same time, and they should pray since from evening till morning. So he gathered with his people, all his followers at that time on this mount. I want you, before reading his part of his last sermon, I want you to think about that time he was living, that there is no justice, no dignity, slavery, and girls were buried alive because they were not wishing to have children. Yet even before prophethood, he was known as Al-Amin, the trustworthy one. He taught about justice, compassion, and equality. In his final address to thousands of his followers, his focus was not on himself, but on humanity and urging justice, right, and responsibility. A good goodbye that leaves a lasting impact on the world. Date 6 March 632. Place Mount Ararat, near Mecca. slightly shortened part from his last sermon. O people, listen carefully to what I say, for I may not meet you again after this year. Just as this day and this place are sacred, your lives, your property, and your honor are sacred. Return what is entrusted to you, and do not harm one another. Remember that you will meet your Lord, and he will ask you about your actions. All interest is abolished. You should neither take nor give it. God has forbidden it. Treat women kindly. They are your partners and have rights over you, just as you have rights over them. Respect and care for them. All mankind comes from Adam and Eve. A white person has no superiority than a black person, nor is a black person has no superiority over a white person, except in piety and good actions. Every Muslim is a brother or sister to another Muslim. Do not wrong one another. I leave behind me two things, the Quran and my Sunnah. If you follow them, you will not go astray. O Prophet, O people, no prophet will come after me, and no new faith will be born. Let the one who is present here today convey this message to the one who is absent. O people, have I delivered the message? And people replied, Yes, O Messenger of Allah, 3 times. O God, be my witness, I have conveyed your message to your people. Today we take from here into the spring coming. How will we enter into the spring with intention, just and loving chapter to our life?
Can you see me okay? I'm debating where should I go up to the stairs or not. Um, thank you. Well, I have an urgent message to Anna. And that note came from the president of Victoria University that students, faculty, and staff are notified they will have 2 more weeks of classes. The term is extended due to the freezing temperatures that froze our brains and result in a slowing of learning faculties. Everybody is laughing. April Fools. Emmanuel College is like a cruise ship. So I want you to imagine that you are on a cruise ship. We all got on board this past September. We've been at sea for 8 months, slowly but surely making a journey toward the next port. Now we have arrived. At least there is one way to look at what has been happening in our school for another school year. I like this image of Emmanuel College as a ship for multiple reasons. For one, it frames the learning journey as a kind of adventure. It might also help us to explain all the mixed emotional and intellectual feelings that we are experiencing now. We are, of course, very glad to made to the shore. We are excited to disembark, give ourselves a break from a very challenging years on sea travel. But we might be feeling some sadness too. After all, for the past 8 months, we all been on this journey together. It has felt like close quarters at times. We've done a lot together. And now it is time to say goodbye, at least for a while. The image of a boat ride or sea voyage resonates with our different religious traditions also. Buddha had a wonderful teaching about the Dharma, which is like a boat we use to get us to the other side of river, but once there, it can be abandoned. Buddha must have understood the ways that we become attached to things, to people, to the experiences, and how it is hard to transition into something new. Boats and the journeys people take on them are also mentioned in the Quran. They are profound symbol of Allah's provision for humanity and of the balance between the divine power and the human ingenuity, which itself is a gift from Allah. Perhaps one vivid example of the Quranic teaching is found in the story of the Noah's Ark. And that story that Islam shares with Christianity and Judaism. According to the Hebrew scripture, Noah and his family built a boat at God's command. A flood is coming. At the last minute, the family embarks and some animals of the earth with them. They are thus preserved as the mighty waters cover everything. The ark preserves life, and it is a reason for gratitude. In Jesus' ministry, boats are also really important vehicles for his teaching and spiritual practice. It was in the boat that he preached. It was in the boat that he fed people as well. He calmed the sea and comforted his disciples who were frightened. He used the boat to get to the other side so that he could rest and retreat. Like the ride on the ark, this year's ride has had its challenges. There were at least no floods, thank goodness, but there was a lot of snow. And it was really cold. And there were many, many things happening in people's lives above and beyond the stack of schoolwork everyone had. On the world stage, there have been just incredibly painful and terrible events. And some of us have been touched directly by those events, and many of us are still very much grappling with the realities. On a personal level, we had to grapple with so many difficult things on top of what is happening around the world. So I want to name that. And I want to highlight some of the things that some of us have done and did it. Many of us wrestled with illness. Some suffer from an accident causing bodily harm and requiring long weeks of recovery. Some of us lost loved ones and confronted death. Some of us experienced changes in relationships and family reconfigurations. Some of us suffer from loneliness in a new environment. Some of us had a challenge, and that challenge was so difficult. And others were extremely delightful, right? Some of us became parents for the first time. Some saw the children grow in joyful, mysterious ways. Some of us found new jobs and were promoted. Some of us published a new book and celebrated academic accomplishments. Many of us, probably all of us, learned something new and unlearned some other things. Some literally went on journeys to be here, crossing oceans. As a ship, Emmanuel College has been a vessel holding all these experiences, all of these challenges, and all of the joys and the sorrows. So let me say that I'm very grateful and proud to have journeyed with you. And now the academic journey of 25-26 has come to an end. Even if we want to hold on to it, we cannot. A ship needs to park at a port. The deck needs to be scrubbed, and the sails must be made ready for next year. For Christians in Western tradition, this week is Holy Week. This week, Christians remember how Jesus did goodbye to his followers by washing their feet and sharing the last meal with them before he takes up the cross and dies. There's a beautiful proverb I would like to leave you with. In Korean, it sounds like 유, 종, 애, 미. To break it in English, 유 means to have, 종 means an end, and 미 means beauty. So the phrase literally means the beauty of having an end. In Korean, this is a phrase we use when we are bringing something satisfying to a close. It also refers to a task or journey or project that has been completed well. But the other meaning, and this is the one I like the best, is the one that honors all the efforts that came before. So I am really delighted for this opportunity to honor all of our communal and collective efforts that we made together in this year's journey, and to focus our hearts with good intentions and bring things to a close in a beautiful way. So let me invite you to turn to one of the United Church hymnal, More Voices. I know there are a few copies, and I know there will be a lyrics, but I think you want to hear the tune. So it's a 217, and it's a beautiful song coming from an indigenous tradition in Canada. And I was learned and taught by indigenous elders that this is a sending off song, but it's also a new beginning. So I thought it'd be good hymn to learn if you have not know this. Anyone knows this hymn? No? Wow. Okay, new learning. So Victor, would you like to sing a tune once and everybody listen? And then we'll try to learn. Heya, heyo, heya, heyo. I walk in beauty, yes I do, yes I do. I walk in beauty, yes I do. I heya na, hey heya na, hey heya na, heya heyo, heya heyo. I sleep in beauty. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I dream of beauty. Hey ya, hey yo. Hey ya, hey yo. Hey, hey, ya, na. Hey, hey, ya, na. Hey, hey, ya, na. Hey, ya, hey, oh. Hey, ya, hey, yo. Beautiful. Thank you.
Even though this is the last spiritual life gathering, there's still announcements for some few more things you can do in the next few weeks. So I'd like to invite Professor Mona to introduce us to this special gathering for one of them.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. So tomorrow, the class that I've been teaching, the Gospel of Mark is embodied story. Several of our members are going to tell stories from the end of the Gospel of Mark. We're starting at 12:15, and I invite all of you to our gathering to do this. They've worked very hard. These are memorized stories, but they put it together in such a way that it is I hope quite an extraordinary experience for those who visit us. There will also be a bit of discussion, and so you are all invited. This is part of the Christian tradition, but you are all invited to join us for what is traditionally called Maundy Thursday or Holy Thursday. All right, thank you. And it's here.
Hi everyone, we also have a Buddhist retreat that is happening here on April 11th. So the registration link is here, and then you can register. It closes tomorrow. It will be a day of meditation, music, listening, sharing. It'll be very nice. Yeah, and there will be light breakfast and mindful lunch. So everyone's welcome. It's open to all faith and traditions. And Professor Henry is going to play the piano, I heard.
Thank you. Now I would like to invite the whole spiritual life team to come up, show your face, and we would. Thank you.
So I would like to take the time to say a few gratitudes to the whole team. First, let's give a round of warm applause to our spiritual life team members. They worked really diligently throughout the years to help us expand our imagination of what spiritual life gathering could look like and to create spaces for us to encounter the divine in diverse forms. And second, let's give applause to our wonderful, wonderful office member. Yeah, they work really, really hard behind the scenes. So we want to give a big thank you, especially to Shane, Sean, and Wanda. And we prepare some snacks to you all. And lastly, we want to say thank you to all of you. Please give applause to yourself. It is because of your participation that we got a chance to learn together how to become a better community. Thank you for all of your your support, your encouragement, your constructive feedbacks. All these help us learn better as a community. So thank you. And last but not least, we want to say once again, we wish you a very good goodbye until we see each other's again and have our next trip together. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh.
Apple picker. You are our teammates too. Yeah, Rami. Yeah, yeah.
I also like to shout out to another group of people that you might not realize they are also with us. There are people who are watching this online. They're on Zoom, they're on YouTube. Some people watch it at this moment with us. Some people watch it later. I also like to express out my appreciation for people who, even though they cannot be present with us in this room, they still want to be part of the community. Okay, yeah. And now we have something special at the for to close our time together. Remember of in our first gathering this year, we built this uh, cairn. How do you pronounce that? Yeah, but these stones were a mark of our journey together. And now that our journey for this year has come to a close, I would like to invite us, if you like to take a part of the community with you, please feel free to take some of the stones back home with you to be with you throughout the summer. Okay, you don't have to return it. You just keep it. Okay, yeah. And like I like to invite, some spiritual team members to hand this out as we close out this time. And there will be refreshments and conversation time for conversation hangout. You see we have food coming in now, so please hang out in this room for the next hour, and enjoy the company that we have. And we'll end also with a special performance by Chia An and Deborah, who will play Be Thou My Vision with a classical jazz piano for 4 hands, while our team will also hand out the stones for you to take. Okay, thank you.
I have an announcement. It's not April Fool's. It's somebody's birthday. So Professor Pam McCarroll has a birthday today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. Happy birthday to you. It's also a full moon day, and apparently we'll have a pink full moon. So hopefully we can watch. So if your moods are weird, I think that's probably why we're. Anyhow, good day.